with head coach Julie Heisey from the SPU women's basketball team. Falcons getting ready to wrap up the season this week in Oregon at Concordia and Western Oregon. Coach, heading into these last two games, what's important in those for you? What are you looking for out of those two games heading into the off season?
Well, I think the biggest thing is, we want to finish strong. We've won 4 out of our last 6, and it's hard. I've never understood our conference schedule, playing teams that we haven't seen since December, because that seems like a long time ago. But I know Concordia and Western Oregon are better. I know we're better, and I think just, we want to get better at the things that we can control. People have been playing us a lot of zone, and we want to continue to work on zone offense. I think just continuing to make sure we rebound well. I thought our half-court defense against Anchorage, was really, really good, and it was fun to go back at the clips and look at that. And I think just continuing to get better at the things we're good at, because right now defense has helped us win games, and they've kept us in games. And then obviously, we want to finish well. We want to win our last 2 games, and if we have a chance to get in the tournament, we want to be ready, and we want to go into a tournament playing knowing that we can win a game, not just going to qualify.
Even against Anchorage last week, they got a nice lead, but your kids never stopped. They never mailed it in. They never backed down. They never stopped being aggressive. Just talk about that a little bit. How important is that heading into it?
Well, I was really proud of our kids because, even last year's team, at times it's so easy to put your head down because Anchorage, they just can make things happen really fast. And that was one of our goals this week, is that last week, that we didn't ever put our head down, that we knew that no matter what, we played through mistakes. And obviously we want to continue to do that this week. But I was proud of our kids. We had a chance to tie that game at halftime, and it didn't quite go that way, and we ended up going down by 6. But I told our kids yesterday watching film, we gave up points in transition, and that hurt us. But it was fun to watch film and say, wow, we did those things really well. And we couldn't have played that good a defense had we not had that competitive attitude, because it's hard to play hard all the time and do things well when you get frustrated if you're not scoring, or when you get frustrated because they are scoring. And I just thought we did a good job staying in the moment, and we did a good job of just knowing what was important now.
And picking up on that a little bit, with a couple of exceptions, almost every game you've been able to say, hey, we did some things well today, even when the final score hadn't gone SPU's way. Maybe it was free throw shooting, maybe it was good assists, maybe it was just hustle on defense. For a young team, how important is that going forward?
Well, I think, going into the season last year in September, we spent a lot of time reading John Wooden's book, and a lot of what he talks about is process. And really, it is the journey. And we knew we were going to be a young team. We didn't know we were going to have the injuries we had. But that was one of the things we really talked about, was to focus on the process. And if you do the little things right every day in the process, the reward eventually comes. And obviously, we didn't expect to lose as many games this year, but we've tried to focus on the process. What are the things that we know we can control? And that's, if it's stopping the drive to the middle, or if it's really owning up that we have good first help and good second help, or controlling our turnovers and making sure that we're handling into the quarter situations. We've tried to set little mini goals, mini games within the game, and I think that's helped our team get better to the end, because I really do think our team's gotten better.
And along those same lines, some of your younger players, you've had sophomores, juniors, sometimes some freshmen on the floor, all of them who contribute. Just talk about some of the development of all these young kids this year, and you're getting all of them back next year.
Yeah, I'm really, really pleased. Part of any time you get towards the end of the season, and I think this is part of having a championship team, is that you always have to have 1 or 2 players by the end of the season that you weren't counting on, that are able to give you 8 or 10 points, or able to give you 3 or 4 assists, or just do things that make you better. And I think I've been really thrilled that as we've gone through these last 6 games, we've seen Julia Heisey step up, we've seen Lindsay Lee step up, I think Jaylee Albert has stepped up, and those are big. We need, and then Erica Pagano, she's been big in some of those games too, and just being able to hit shots and be able to rebound, and I think she really understands defense well. And I think those are all things that's why our team's gotten better, is because you can't have good practices unless you're getting better top to bottom. Right. And I think that's helped us, that's translated in games, that different kids on different nights have stepped up. It's not just Jordan, it's not just Courtney, It's not just Bree, and that's important.
Probably take a little time off, but then you're right back into spring and summer workouts. I'm guessing you're already eager to get started on those?
Well, haven't thought about that yet. I think just more, we've spent a lot of time watching film with individual kids this week, and just trying to make sure that we're doing everything in our power to make sure that we finish strong. So we will get to that point, but yeah, I haven't thought too much about it because we have to go through finals and spring break before we can do anything. So yeah, it's just trying to stay in today.
All right.